I am the original one that I put in to be our play, to do our play, disappeared for some reason. So we are having to come up with work. So I'm going to wait till folks hopefully find this one. I'm not sure how long that will take, because quite frankly, it's not coming up on my tablet yet. So I'm trying to get everything taken care of here. And it's not coming up right now. So hopefully we can get going here pretty soon. Hi Dawn, how's it going? Like I said, my original one decided to do a disappearing act for some reason. I don't know why. The one I put up for the message that we were going to go live. Hi, Georgina. And so, we're going to wait for a few, see if other folks show up. Hey, Anita. We are going to work on our sun catcher today. Hopefully we'll get it. Well, we won't get it finished because I could only find 5 more of this style of crystal. I know I have some more. I'm going to have to search some more, see if I can find it. How am I feeling today? Not the best. I did go to PT yesterday since it was my next to the last appointment and I had canceled last week's. And I probably shouldn't have because I was in rough shape afterwards yesterday, even though they did take it pretty easy on me. So it was, not the best in the world, but that's the way it goes. Today I'm feeling a little sore and hurt, but we'll see how things go. Rory's going to have a little chat here, it sounds like. So anyway, I was searching all over. I did find some more that were similar to these, but they weren't the same. And so we're going to use what we have. And it's just going to have to get set aside till I get hi Tina, get the rest that we need to finish this up. But in the meantime, we're going to turn down, we're going to get going, and I'm hoping to get what we can get done today, and then we'll work on snowflakes tomorrow. Hi, Mary. Oh, you're not too late because I was a little late because my original one that I set up disappeared for some reason, and so I had to reset us up, and so that's why we're a little later, a few minutes later than I normally would be. But so you're not late. I was late to start with. Hi, Lois. Let's turn down. We'll get working on our sun catcher again. Like I said, we're not going to get it quite finished because I'm missing one crystal. So I'm going to have to search through the boxes of stuff that I haven't sorted yet, and hopefully I can find one more. If not, then I'll have to order them, and it will just have to sit hanging here until I get a new one ordered. But I think it's going to turn out really pretty as is. So let's turn down and get to work on it. So there she is, what we got done yesterday. I've got all kinds of things packaged up here. These are the rest of our little crystals here, like this. I've got a packet with the beads that we need to do the other lines of this. And then these beads I put aside. This has got the big crystal and the rest of the pink beads from our Wicked setup, our Wicked Brew setup from Softlex. Here are two of the crystals. Like I said, I found 3 more, but I'm shy 1 to finishing it. So, but this is our beads for our side pieces. So we can start anywhere we want to here. We're going to get all of our side pieces done, then we have to go into the middle. So let's get some line out and we'll just start getting these going. Might as well get some crimp tubes out too, because we obviously need those. So I think we're just going to start. I've got, like I said, these. Well, I've got 5 total, so I have enough to do all but one of these particular style. Now I did find 2 more, and I was thinking, oh, there they are. I knew I had some more of these. Well, it turned out that they were slightly different, so they wouldn't work. So one strand is not going to get finished today, but we can get everything else going. So with these, we have one of the tinies at the very top. Come here, you. Oh, I think I'm going to have to dump them out. Then the Druk. One of these. Pink opal. These. Ball spacer. The heart. Now we got to pay attention to the fact that this is the top, so we want our heart to go so that it faces up there. What color would I patina the dragon pendants? You know, that just depends on what you want it to go with. Dragons in medieval times, or, you know, in stories, came in all different colors. There were blue, there were black, there were green, there were red. If it's the Chinese style, you would probably want it to be red. Most of them from the Chinese era were red. So but from like the medieval times of England and the other country, most other countries that said that there were dragons around, most of them had variant colors. They were all different colors. So you could color any color you wanted. I have made mine green. I've made them red. I've made them purple. So I think that's about the size that I've got the other ones. Move over here, baby. Oops. No, no, no. No slipping off. Hey, Kimberly. So now we need to crimp the crystal on the bottom here. We got to get that crystal into, oops, that's a little tighter than I want it. Let's see how tight I do want it. Maybe about there. Now I will admit that when I'm making these, I don't feel as critical about things. It's not like you're wearing them and they're everywhere. They're usually going to be hanging somewhere, so they're not going to get as much attention per se as far as, you know, the basic construction. So I'm not real worried about whether there we go. Now we need to cut this off so we can crimp it onto one of these other spots here. I actually have. I wonder if I have that one here or if I used it. He's red with gold wings. So I didn't put the, I just realized I didn't put the, my bead stopper on that particular one. That is when I was working on it, but that's all right. We're not going to worry about it. Now, if you don't want to crimp these directly on like I'm doing, you could just make a loop at the end here. And then, oh, it went through that time. Cool. And then you could put them on with jump rings. And let's face it, this is not going to be worn, so you don't have to really worry about whether it's, oops, I flattened that crimp. So I've got to get that back in here and get her. No, we don't want to go that way. That's a little bit longer lead than I wanted, but I don't think that, I think it's pretty well set, so I don't think it's going to move any. Nope, it's not. Okay, so we got that side done. You get out of the way, you. Go to our next one. This is just Softflex Pink Rhodochrosite Medium 49 strand beading wire is what we're using here. Okay, that one needs to be cleaned out. So. Hey, Heather. Well, if you're not doing a morning live, then I don't have to get in a rush, do I? We can get this baby finished. Well, except for that last crystal, since I'm going to have to search and see if I can find another one. Like I said, I thought I had found some, and then I compared them, and they were not quite the same. And they were enough different that I didn't want to put them on. So it's the way it goes some days. So I have to go searching through the rest of my stuff that I haven't finished going through since I started my straightening project just before I had my knee surgery. So if they're going to be anywhere, that's where they'll be that I haven't been into. So. But we're going to get it finished other than that. Okay, you guys move on down there. Okay, now this goes on this one because this is the one with the ball. Okay. Now we could go and do the middle one now since we've got the sides, but I think I'm just going to keep continuing and do the side ones. And we'll put the one that is missing a crystal, we'll just put a bead stopper on the end and let it be. So let's turn this a little bit. And we're going to work right here. Okay, some of these have stuff in them. And so when there's something stuffed in the middle of these like this, I just take my awl and just, or my bead reamer, one or the other, and just shove it into the middle of it. It's usually just something stuck in there, like some antiquing or something like that, some of the coating anyway. So you can just shove it out the way. Yeah, I know yours always autocorrects me to Rihanna. She thinks I'm a singer. I'm not. Well, I can sing. I just am not a famous singer like Rihanna. Okay, these are the ones already used. One here. I think this is going to be really pretty, but then I love pink, so pink is good. And these beads came out of a variety of places. Some of them were my own, mainly these, and pearls. Some of them were out of my Wicked Brew pink pack, which was this, these, and the spacers that are in that set. And then a couple of things we're going to use in the middle strand or out of my FOC. So I'm incorporating quite a few varieties of things into my set today, or into this. Now, as I said, we are going to make snowflakes tomorrow. I'm hoping to finish this today as much as I can, since we are missing a crystal until I find one. But we're going to work on snowflakes tomorrow. I'm going to let you guys vote on which size we want to work on first. I have 3 different sizes: a small one, a medium one, and a pretty darn good sized one. So we'll worry about that tomorrow. I also have some like peppermint candy beads, which I'm thinking we will use as, would you go on there? As some of the middle beads in one of them. It's not going to go through the little one today, so that's fine. We'll just clip it off beside the little one. Go. Oh, that came out down here. We don't want that. So let's get it back in place and then tighten it back up. Come here, you. Let's get in your bead. There we go. Glad I noticed that before I had it all the way crimped. That would have been bad. We would have had to have redone that one. This baby is going to be so glittery. Okay. Now we're at this strand here. You guys get out of the way. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Cindy. We haven't seen you for a while. Hey, Carolyn. Let's see. Where's the one I need? There we go. Now, when we do get to the one with the strand with the ball crystal, I did have to, if you'll recall, when we were bunching the beads up, I was shy a couple of these big round crystals. This one and two of the and four of the crystal spacers, which I was not too worried about because I was pretty sure I had some. Well, I found some and they weren't quite the same. They're about the same size, but they are the wavy ones instead of the straight across metal. And but I decided that would still work because I could substitute two of them with the other beads from either side. And then the two right across from each other would be exact. And then the same, this going this way. So those weren't a problem. But the other one decided to be a problem, but it is what it is. Let's see you. And crimp, 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 crimp. One of you guys. These are so pretty. Used to be when I made sun catchers, I only made straight line sun catchers with just a bead strand and the crystal at the bottom, but then I got into making these more decorative ones and I like them a lot better. They're a lot more expensive to make and to put for sale, but they're worth it, I think, because they're so much prettier. Not that the straight line ones weren't pretty either, because they are. And they hang better in the window, of course, because there's not very much, because, you know, they're flat, sort of. So they hang in a window really nicely, but they just don't have the, how do I want to put it? Come on, get down there where you belong. Showstopper quality, maybe, is what I'm thinking of this style. Yeah, I forgot to turn off the notifications. So unfortunately, I've got a lot of beeping going on there. So now we're at this one right here. Around, come on, you. Okay. I would try and turn them off, but I'm afraid if I try, I might turn the live off, and we don't want that. Okay, so we've got, we go down. Now we got to do the other two here. Well, two stripes, one crystal, since we're missing a crystal. So, oops, don't bang into things. And then we'll start in the ones with the three with the balls, the big ball crystal on it. I like these black hearts. Uh-oh, we have a Druk missing. Where is it? Should be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Come here, crimp tube. Last crystal we have, so now I'm just sort of guesstimating where I'm crimping this by the crystals. I'm not really paying a lot of attention other than that. Caught my fingernail in that. Down you go, babies. Come on. Okay. The next spacer doesn't want to go through, so we'll cut this a little bit off here. And we'll go up here and cut this off so we can attach it. Get our crimp. It's going to go right here. Okay. One more of these to go, which isn't really entirely true since we're going to be missing the crystal. But it's all right. We'll get it. Looks like this one is tinier than that, so I don't think I need to get a different one here. Oh, it's right here. Here you. Then the crimp bead. And we have to leave a bit of wire because we need it to come around to go up. So we need about that much. So we're going to leave that on the end. We'll get this bit off over here. Get our crimp on. And where do you go, baby? Let's see. One, not you, not you. Ah, over here. So right here. Now, since I don't have the crystal on the other end and it's free flowing over there, I don't have to worry so much about how close I am. And with my beads right here. And consequently, it's a little easier to crimp it then. And so if you really wanted to, and you knew how much of the cord you needed or the beading wire, you could just cut your beading wire off, crimp it on here, and then put the beads on and go backwards instead of the way I've been going. But you go up there. And now we're just going to leave that right there for when I get another crystal in place. Oh, what do we got here going on here? Oh, I see. So you guys are being naughty here. Now we got to go to the one with the ball. And I'm going to go straight across from this one to this side over here so that I can make the one that's exactly alike. And then we'll make the other two. So I need some more crimp beads in a minute. Crimp tubes, I should say. I use tubes, not beads. Magical crimper won't do tubes. Beads. Hey, Anissa. We are making a sun catcher. Hey, Brandy. You have one right above you. Yeah, I like making them. They're so pretty. So I discovered I was shy one of these type of crystals until I can search through my crystals some more and see if I can find another one. We're going to leave that spot blank. If I can't find another one, I'll have to order it. But in the meantime, it's just going to have a have a bead stopper on that particular one. So now we're going to find our beads that are in here, and we're going to go backwards to this one. So we're going to start with a, oh, did I not put the ball spacers in there? It looks like I may not have put the ball spacers in there. Oh, there's one right there, so no big deal. So ball spacer. I didn't put that one in there either, but there's some right here. Miss, I thought I had everything in there that I would need, but I guess not. This guy. Then a washer spacer. This fellow here with it turned so that since this is the top, we want the top piece here to go like that. So it follows the pattern of this one. Get back over here. You're dumping in where I don't want you. There we go. Then we have the this guy. Come here. And this is that hollow one, so you have to get it to go straight across. There we go. Now the crystal that is from the kit, which is, I think, this one. Nope. Yeah, this one. Now, as you can see between the spacers, this has got the flat. Actually, I guess I have another one with a couple with the flat. We're not going to use those though. With this one has the crinkles around the edges. So that goes with these guys. So, oops, one of these must have been a crinkle. Hope it's right here. Okay. Bing. So then the pearl. Okay, where did I put those? There they are. And then our, so let's reverse this order here and see if we are looking the same. We are. So now we're going to get out one of these. And we have to unwrap it because it's all wrapped up in plastic here. Come on, out of there, you. Now this one I put relatively tight, as you can see. Oops, we forgot to put our crimp on. Gotta have the crimp or it won't work. I'm going to cut this tail down a little bit because I'm not sure what all beads will go through this. So we'll just cut it down some. Slide these beads over here. Okay. Okay, it doesn't want to go beyond right here. So we'll cut the rest of this off here. Slide this down and cut her off. Now, like I said, I want this one right across from this one since the other two strands are a little bit different. So it goes in this one right here. And you didn't put a crimp tube on, Rose. Crimp tube. I'm going to have to get some more out. I'm out down to this. That was the last one I had out. So now we have to turn this around some because I find it's easier to work from this side as opposed to that side. And that's just a personal preference. If you can work from that side easily, then just do so. I don't think this is going to go through my little spacer. Oh, yeah, it did. Good. I think we'll go through the washer spacer too. Pull her up. Good. So I'll push this down just a hair's breadth so we can get our crimping plier in there good. Oop, I let that slide down more than I wanted it. I wonder if I can... Nope, she's already pretty well clipped in there. So that's all right. Okay, now we got to get our other two ones with the balls, one on either side here, and get some line out here. Stop it. Now, as I said, these are slightly different. The pieces are close enough that they probably won't be able to be told too much, but come out. I want to see the way I made you here. It does have hope it's not you first, it's you first. Some little minor differences. Those minor differences are going to come up pretty quickly. I'll show you them when I... That's why these are going slightly different than the other side. This goes upwards. Ball. Get this as straight as you can because, like I said, these are hollow. And so you want to go straight across. Yep, that's in the right spot. Okay. Now we have this crystal bead here. If you look, you see it's slightly different. Not too much, pretty darn close, but slightly. And then these spacers have the wavy edges rather than the straight ones. I do have two more straight ones, but I don't want to have just one with the wavy, so that's why I switched to the wavy on either side. Then we have the pearl. And this little guy. And the pink. So there's our bead strand. See, it looks almost the same, just tiny minor little changes. Now I'm going to put a bead stopper on here while I unwrap my next one of these, since they're wrapped up pretty good in these plastics. Thank you. Oh, hi, Randy. Nice of you to hop in for a minute. Thank you. I'm glad you're liking it. We've got I needed some more crimp tubes out. Come here, you. Actually, I think I have some silver soft flex ones right here, so might as well put this package to use. Get out of the way. Now this sun catcher, if I sell it, which I probably will, is not going to be a cheap date, because there's a lot of these crystals in it, and the crystals are not real cheap. Now, after we get this on, okay, you don't want to go any further than the ball spacer. That's fine. Pull her up. Make sure it's tight. Get down here. Come on. Okay. Now we just have one more of our big ball ones, which will be right here on this side to get in place. And then we're going to start working the middle section. Yeah, very pretty. See, so this spot right here. So we start up here at the top with the ball spacer, which I don't have one out. Oh, yes, I do. It's right here. Then the little one. This pink guy. Washer. This guy. It's right here. So it's looking right like this. We have our silver. I bought this frame from Auntie's Beads, though the ladies told me they checked yesterday and there were no more left. Though Georgina did do a search on the internet and she found some. I think one of them was on eBay and the other one's Etsy. I don't remember where she said they were. I didn't really look really well, so sorry. But I got mine from Auntie's Beads. They frequently get things back in unless they're clearance things, so she might have some more in later, but right now they don't. Cute little box. May have to keep it, see if I can find a use for it. Wrong one. You're this one. Down there. Get back down there. Come on. There we go. Uh-oh. There were some more beads. Where are they? Did I leave them on here? Huh. That's weird. Because there was a little spacer and a ball spacer. There's the ball spacer. I must have knocked them off. Okay. Good. Now we're going to put it in this slot right here. Don't drop it, Rose, whatever you do. Crimp bead, tube, go through. Get out of my way, little spacer. Okie dokie. Now, except for this one that's missing a crystal, all of our side pieces are on. Now we have to design the pieces that are going to go down into the middle to hold our big crystal. So we can sort of set this aside for right now. We'll get our pieces out that we need to design our... What we're going to do is we're going to bring right here where the chain is, we're going to attach there, and then we're going to go into the middle. Here, I'll show you some more what I mean. So get hold of the ring. Got that twisted up. Untwist. You're not right. There we go. So it's going to come down here, and it's going to go not too far, maybe 4 or 5 beads worth into here. And then I'm going to attach all of those 4 lines together and just leave one long-standing one, which we're going to bead, and then it's going to go down to the big crystal. So these are some of the beads that I kept around for that purpose. Stuck them in our Wicked Brew thing here. This is our crystal we're going to use. Isn't it a beauty? So that's our big crystal for the bottom. You also made one during a tutorial or a live. Yeah, I made the one that we put on our hot air balloon. That was in the members live though, so I'm not sure anybody's... I don't remember if I made the ring itself. This is the ring we made. Balloon here, one. I did make that one. And so you can make them. It's just they're a little bit involved to do so. Couldn't see what I was describing. Just a sec. My thing just flipped off. Just a sec. You got an email for a restock notification? Oh, cool. Yeah, it does. I'm not sure where it is. You couldn't see what I was describing? Okay, it's sort of hard to see it because it is in use already. I used it on our hot air balloon. But here is the band I was talking about that I made. It's actually 2 pieces of wire. Well, it's actually a lot more than 2 because I've got it wrapped. But I've made this bottom one with the loops. And then I brought another ring around and we faced it the other opposite direction. So the breaks in the 2 rings were not in the same place. And then we wire wrapped them together. And there is a video from when I made this. Well, actually, the balloon itself is in the members live, and I'm not sure if the ring is or not. I'll hold that up later after we finished, but right now we're going to get back to work on this because we've been at it an hour and we want to get it finished if possible. Oh, I see what you're saying. If you get a restock email, you will send it to me. Okay. So here is some of the beads that I had left from my pink Wicked Brew. These ones here are from my FOC, these 4 pretty striped pink ones. So the ones that do not have 4 pieces, which will go into the tail. I call it the tail, but it's got the 4 pieces that I'm going to bring together. So, and then we'll make another little bit beaded piece for that. So we have to design our piece that's going to come down to the middle. I'm thinking since that one has these up at the top, we'll sort of switch these around. Katie's Treasures and eBay is where you found the rings. Okay. So we need some spacers. I do have these other crystal spacers, like I put in the 2 strands. I also pulled out these slightly bigger spacers here. We still have pearls. We have 2 more of these, which will probably go down into the tail, along with these things that we have here. I have some other crystals that were in my kit from Randy. With my FOC, we have these beads, which are some of the ones in the long strands. Actually, these might be good to put in there, because we have quite a bit of them. So we'll take out like 5 or 6 of these. You can tell I've had these a while. The sticker is pretty grayed. Then, of course, we still have the black heart, some of the black hearts. So I'm thinking we'll put a black heart, at least one, down in the tail portion of this, but I'm not sure about the pull down piece. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Let's put one of you first. I can go for that. So I'm thinking this will work fine to go down into the middle. We are going to leave a bit of tail, at least on one of them, and we'll leave a bit of tail on all of them, but what we'll do is we will on one of these 4, we'll get an extra long tail, and that tail is going to be where we hook everything together. So these will go like this, will go where the chain is coming from the other side, and it'll just go right here, and then we'll bring it into the middle when we have all of the pieces put together. So it's going to go right here in a chain piece. We're just going to push this up and come on, go up there and crimp. There we go. Doesn't look like it wants to go through the first spacer, so I may just have to trim it right here. And that's fine. So then we'll push that up. And so when we get the other 3 done, they're going to get your middle piece out of here. They're going to pull into the middle here, and I'll hook them all together. And then we'll make another little bead strand going down to the big crystal. So let's get the other 3 of these made and put in place. So we want them to look like this. Okay. That one goes up here, and this one goes down here. Okay. Gotta get some more of my crystals out, because it looks like we need 4 per strand. So looks like I only have 1 still out here. That's more than enough. So now we need to have 1 of these. Where did I put my awl? There it is. Might as well get these taken care of right now. You're fine. And okay, we got you on. We need you. do. What are you doing? There we go. So we have the two pieces in place, this one and that one. So they're going to come in like this to the middle. And then we're going to have one with a pretty long tail so we can put the other strands on and bring it down. So, where are you? I need to make two more of these strands like this one and get them put in place. Yeah, that's true, Kimberly. The thing is, it's in the members stuff because I remember we did the hot air balloon on the members lives. I'm not sure about the ring, whether I did it on a regular one or not. I do know that I used the beetle on not sure where that is anymore. It's a big blue ring thing with lots of holes in it. Okay, right here's one that doesn't have anything on it. So we'll go to here. Did I put the crimp tube on? Oh, I did. Good. Now for the last one. Yeah, though Kimberly is right. We did do I did my original sun catcher with the rainbow kit. That was quite similar to this one, though it was all rainbow beads. And I think I have longer strands in there, but this one goes on this last one. Now this one is going to be our long tail, and I want our bead strand to be probably about this long, and then with the crystal we'll need just a little bit more to get it hooked in here. So this is our tail for our last piece, and how this is going to work now, like I said, is we're going to take, and I've got this twisted up, it's backwards, come here you. There we go. So now we're going to bring these 4 into the middle, and we're going to crimp them all as one. Get the rest sort of out of our way here as much as possible. Not you. So we have this one, this one, this one. Where's our last one? This one. Not that one. That one is not one, because that's our missing crystal. So now what we want to do is we're going to take our big one right here. We're going to put a crimp on it. We'll take off our pieces here, and we're going to get all of these into the crimp. And the silver ones crimps will generally take 4 lines, so we shouldn't have a problem with that. Get out of the way, you. Though the 4th one is sometimes a little bit tricky to get in, it will go in. Just have to convince it, so to speak. See, there we go, all 4 in now. Now we want to pull them up relatively tight. And then we're going to get our crimping pliers out. Get it in there and crimp. Now, if you feel that you have a bead that all four strands will go into, you can at this point put another bead right here and then crimp a second time just to make sure that they're good and tight. Oh, thank you, Anita. Members only in March. Okay, yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right, Kimberly. Bangle jig that I used. Yes, that is exactly correct, Kimberly. So now I'm not sure I have a bead big enough to accept all these unless I get a large hole bead out. And I don't want to use a large hole bead here. But what I could use, I'm not sure these crystals will take all 4 strands. Let's see. Or I'm not even sure the rice bead would take all 4 strands, but we can check that too. Actually, it might be the one that would take them. Let's see. I doubt it. Most beads will take 2, but they are a little bulky at 3, let alone 4. So okay, we've got 3 all the way through, but the 4th one is still inside here. Come on, can you get that 4th one out for me? There it comes. There it comes. So we're going to slide this bead down to where the crimp is. As long as it lets us, we're going to have a little bit of a, it wants to be a little difficult here because I think one of the wires is twisted a little bit here. See down here where we got a little bit of a twist right here? It's making it not lay flat for the bead to come through. But we're going to see if we can get it to finish coming through. Because what I want to do is get this up here, then we'll put a second crimp here. We'll make sure it's nice and sturdy that way. Since I'm going to cut these ones off anyway, I'm not going to worry about pulling those so much. Not sure which one's doing this little kink here. It might be the big one. Okay, I think that's good enough. So now we'll put another crimp tube on and crimp this off right here again. Then we're going to trim off all of our extra lines. You bugger, stop doing that. Good enough. It's not as close as I want it to be, but what I'm going to do after I do this is oops, sorry for bumping. I'm fairly positive this baby is big enough to go over that crimp bead. And if it's not, I can always put a crimp cover on. Yep, see, it goes over just dandy fine. And that's a little bigger than I really would have wanted there, but it works. So now I'm going to trim all these extra lines off. Got to get this off because I got to make sure that I don't trim the long one. And the reason I did that, by the way, if anybody's interested, is because it got a little bit of a bow between the beads right there. So put this guy on. Oop, come back here, you. So he's there. Oops, I didn't cut those long and short enough. See, there's still a little bit of wire sticking out there, so we'll cut those down a little bit more. Now we're going to decide what beads we want to put on here. We can put one of these crystals. I do have these last two of this style. I could make them into something else, or like a pair of earrings, or I can put them onto here. What did I do with that second one? There it is. Now this bead strand needs to come down low enough that our big crystal will hang down below the others. Hey, Bonnie. Haven't seen you for a while. How you doing, hon? Now we've used up most of the beads that were in the upper part, though we can get some more of these pale pink ones here and these out, because I did have, those were in my personal stash. And we do have our black hearts here. And we can get some more of the crystal spacers out if we wish to do that. So I haven't got any real plan for this piece. Actually, let's clip it and we'll pull it up and I'll show you what it's looking like so far. So now we got to get all of our strands back over where they belong because I flipped them out of the way when we were putting that up. And see how it's coming down here in the middle now? It's actually looking like it's going to one side a little bit, so we'll have to get it wiggled some, but that's all right. It'll straighten itself out as it hangs. But see, we still need to drop down. You probably can't see it very well. It still needs to drop down a little bit more because it's right there at where the balls are at. So it's going to have to come down a little bit more. I'm going to put a black heart, at least one black heart in here, I think. Sorry, I bumped the camera again. And I may take this one out because and put it aside for making some earrings later. Almost out of that style. I'm going to have to get some more. Ouch. Oops. See where she's hanging now. She's below, and we could call it good, but I might put one or two more beads in still. Now I want to put, I'm going to put come here. This may make it be too long though, but I figured I would. We're going backwards from here, so we'll get this big bead here. And we'll see how long I've got it. We may have it longer than I want it to be, and if so, well, you know, we could take some stuff off. See where you're hanging now, babe. I think it'll work. I think it'll be just fine. So you can go back in here because we're not going to need you. Cut this excess string off. I hate excess string. And we're we're just going to get a crimp. Is it long enough? I wonder. I will say when I do this, this crimp is going to go up inside this big spacer here. So, or this, yeah, this big ball spacer, the upper crimp will go inside it when it falls down. So we're going to try and keep it as tight as possible as we go on. But I wanted to double crimp this because this crystal is pretty heavy. So let's see if we can get it to do it the way I want it. I don't want to add an extra bead if I can get away without doing so. See what I mean? The crimp just went up inside that ball spacer. Come on out, crimp. Come on out. So what I want to do, come on, turn and go into crimp there, baby. Because this is the top one, and I know it's going to fall inside that, I can let this go tight down here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to crimp this relatively close up here at the end. Will that work the way I want it to? May have to go up just a little bit more. I'm going to crimp it right here, as tight as I can get it up to the top there. But this crimp is going to slide inside the other one. I already know it's going to do that. It's going to go in there. So then when that does that, we're going to pull this one up and give myself the space down here at the bottom. Now it's still going to be a little loose through here, looser than normal, but if I was really worried about that, I could put something up there, like a crimp tube or something, a crimp cover, right? Because this will slide down. If I can get this bead to slide back down here, I can then put a big crimp cover over the top here, and that will negate that extra space. So she's done as far as she can be done today because, like I said, I have to find that another crystal. But other than that, she's done. I may put a crimp cover up here so that we don't have any loosey-goosey up here. But let's turn up and I'll show you what we got here. And I can clean that up later. Da-da-da, so pretty. I was going to say, why have I got an extra strand hanging? But that's that one place that I need to get a crystal. So let's turn up. We're done. Where did I buy those from? We have a local store here in town that has them. So I get them there. But there we go. That's what it looks like. Other than missing the one piece here. I'll have to go into town and get one of those to finish it up. But there we go. She's all done. So, and then I'll probably make a hook for it so I can hook it up and over my bar of my bar of my tripod until I get it finished entirely. Yes, it will, because there's lots and lots of crystals in it. So yes, it will sparkle in the sunshine quite a bit. It'll throw a lot of rainbows. And because the crystals will throw rainbows, and there's a lot of crystals in there. So there we go. That's our sun catcher, all finished except for the one crystal I need to fix. And if I decide to put some caps on, and I probably will decide to put a bead cap in here to take some of the space up here at the top where well, you can't see what I'm talking about. Right here in the top where the beads got a little bit of a gap there, I will probably put a spacer in there. Though I actually could slide that up and put it down here, and then I could have one up there too. So I'll decide. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Okay, my chains are twisted here at the top here somehow, so we'll have to... There we go, all fixed. Is it heavy? Yeah, relatively. And yes, Mary, it will be pricey. These balls are about $3 a piece. These crystals are $2, and this one down here was $5. So, so yeah, it's going to be spendy. The ring that it's all strung on was $1.75. So yeah. Is it heavy? Yeah, it's relatively heavy. It's relatively heavy. Thank you, Brandy. So there she is. And Heather, if you were serious about wanting it, I will price it and let you know how much it's going to cost, and then you can see if you really do want it. These little technicalities, right? So I'm going to get stuff put away here. We have our members live in what, about an hour and a half. So we'll see the members then. I haven't got a plan for then, but we'll see what we decide to do. And I'm going to, like I said, get things put away here, and I will see all of the members at 1:30 my time, which is Mountain Time. And I hope everybody has a lovely evening. For those who aren't members, I will see you tomorrow morning, hopefully. And yeah. And if you want to be a member and you are not one, there is a link inside the description of this video. It pops up automatically, so I don't have to look for it. That's right, Kimberly. It's 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern for those that need it. And I will see everybody, all my members at that time. And if not, we'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Hope you had a good time making this with me. I will see if I can find another crystal. If I can't find one here at the house, I'll have to go purchase another one so we can finish this baby up. Because, hey, we don't want it just to be hanging around unfinished. So there we go. We'll see y'all later. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. I hope you had a nice time. Bye-bye.